Hi, Charles Grunert, and I'll be going over Chapter 9 of the Public Guide to Public Speaking. So Chapter 9, How to Use Language Successfully. So let's start off with what makes language so important. First off, it gives meaning to things. When you use language, when you use words, you're creating, you're sharing, you're learning, you're expressing things. You're expressing thoughts and feelings. If you think about it that way, it's kind of like an art. It is an art. Words can be denotative or connotative. Denotative words are, well, that's just the accepted meaning of the word. It's the book definition. Say I mention a clown, right? Oh, a clown is obviously some dude who dresses up and does clown stuff. I'm sure there's a legitimate verbatim definition out there. But the connotative definition would be subjective. Say, back when I was a child, if I heard the word clown, I'd think some creepy dude with a freaky face who's out to kill you, because that's my emotional reaction towards the word or language, either case. You want to be clear when using language successfully, obviously, unlike what I just did. You want to use understandable diction. You don't want to use diction that's way above or below someone's league. You want to think of the style and like the level of language that's appropriate for who you're addressing. You want to be correct. You don't want to use words improperly. That just makes you sound stupid. You lose your own credibility. You want to be specific. You want to use concrete words. You don't want to be abstract. If you talk philosophy during a sales presentation, so it sounds like something I do. Your audience wouldn't make any sense of it. They'd lose you. You'd lose them, and would not be appealing again. You don't want to be convoluted. Another thing that I'm very prone to doing, which would be just using a lot of fluff or making things sound more complicated than they have to be. You want to avoid cliches, like phrases that are overused, that have no meaning anymore, at least. Like, needless to say, or to tell the truth without a doubt in my mind, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to hear it. And, of course, avoid fillers like, speech impediments, basically. So how to be distinctive when using language. You want to be vivid. How do you do that? Appeal to your audience's senses. If you're talking about food and you conjure up all this imagery about how delicious and delectable that sweet bison burger was, the juices dripping from it, your mouth's watering, like, you'll have their attention. To further enhance your language, consider using tropes, literal literature tropes, like metaphors, hyperboles, irony, things you learn in high school English class, right? It's called rhetoric for a reason. And then you want to use speech devices, like, assonance, anastrophe, alliteration. Again, makes your language more vivid, more memorable, more interesting, and they'll want to process it, and it'll appeal to them better. So that's it for this chapter.